Welcome to this new Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie we're gonna look at the changes which have been added to Seville, or Sevilla as most of us know the city of. So this city received a lot of point of interests. There's no photogrammetry update, but point of interest are also very detailed buildings which have been added to the scenery. So let's have a look at it. So we're departing from an airport close to Sevilla. I'm correct, it's San Pablo if I'm correct. The airport is located in the, I think in the east side of Seville. So it's approximately a few minutes flying to the city itself. Not too much, to be honest. Roughly 10 minutes, depending on which aircraft you're using, of course. So let's have a look at it. So we're gonna go outside the aircraft while we're flying, right? We can also have a look at the airport. The airport is, let's say, pretty nice. It has one runway. It has a nice terminal building, but it's relatively small, right? So it's not a really big airport. So here's, I would say, here the city already starts, right? With some, say, 3 buildings, including some roads which are, let's say, probably going to the city center itself, which we're flying to. You can see that there are 4 or maybe 5, but I think 4 points of interest which have been added to the city itself. There's also a large tower over there. The rest of the content was already, say, updated prior to World Update number 8. So the only thing which has been added are the point of interests. But point of interests are always interesting to see. What you do see a lot is bridges, soccer stadia, parks is also pretty popular in this World Update. And of course churches and other religious buildings. Also there are some palaces. For example, in Madrid there's the palace, the royal palace, which has been added. Currently we're flying to the Plaza de España in Seville, and then we follow that by the Cathedral Angrada in Seville, and the Metropole Parasol, and this last one, that's the one which is difficult to select, another one, but we will have a look at that one. Also in Seville there are some bridges, at least one bridge which has been added, and I think that's the one which is the point of interest, which is the most far away, right, from us, which I can't select currently. There were already some bridges there, right, so if we look right in front of us, you can also see a bridge, but it was already part of the content prior to World Update number 8. So here we can see the Plaza de España, that's the one below us. Then we're turning the aircraft into the direction of the Cathedral and Giralda in Sevilla, which is below us. And you can see that sometimes the content needs to update, right, because it now completely changed to how it looked initially. And then here we've got the Metropole Parasol. So we're going to reduce the engine power so we can drop the altitude a bit. So here we see some bridges, right? Again, some of them were already part of the World Update. Also in front of us there's a soccer stadium, but officially I don't think it belongs to the point of interest list of World Update number 8. The bridge itself, which is part of the point of interest, is behind us, so we will make a turn over the soccer stadium and then let's say fly over the bridge. and that's something which would be really cool if they would add, I would say, for example, the labels here, even if it's not, I would say, a real official point of interest. Do expect this is part of the soccer club from Seville, right? So it's a pretty large one. So let's start turning, and let's start turning back to that bridge. So in total 5 official point of interest which have been added to Seville as a city, but as you can see, multiple buildings have been or are pretty detailed already, but those were already part of Flight Simulator prior to World Update number 8. It's the Punta de Isabel number 2, which you see in front of us. So let's drop the altitude a bit so we can have a closer look at it. Over here also some large towers, as you can see, but again not part of World Update number 8. And this bridge is which we're flying over as we speak. And if you ask me, right, well, it's a nice bridge, but I'm not too impressed, to be honest, by it. It's not, I would say, that does not really make, I would say, you wouldn't expect it to be a point of interest. Right, I see several other buildings where I ask myself, hey, what are these buildings? Because these are looking really nice. For example, if you compare the bridge with this point of interest, right, the Plaza de España in Seville, well, that one looks impressive, but the bridge, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I was not that impressed. The bridge, however, which is in front of us, that one is impressing, but again, it was already prior World Update 8 content. But let's have a look at that one also. Let's power a bit. So the bridge which you see over here, right, if this was a point of interest, then I would say, okay, hey, that makes sense, but the other one, definitely not. So, it's cool. This looks like to be a bridge for on a highway, right, as you can see. So here ends this video where we looked at the point of interest which have been added to Seville. We're in total 5. We also reviewed some, I would say, nice buildings which were already part of the content prior to World Update number 8. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.